If I have the choice to be a businessman and be poor for the rest of my life, and on the other hand, I become someone who's involved in this educational system, and bears for my entire life, I would actually choose to be a businessman. Obviously, the conditions that I have put were absolutely and completely almost, I wouldn't say impossible because it's a strong word, but it will be rare for those conditions that I have put to actually manifest in our reality. I'm coming back right now from school, going to my home sweet home. I don't have anything against the educational system. However, I truly believe that if you want to learn something, you have to learn it from the right people. If being honest, for a lot of times, I'm not interested in the teachers' experiments and the experiences and lives and the lessons they learned from it. I'm not them, I don't care about what they care about, so probably they will not help me in any sort of practical way. I'm sure theoretically they're amazing, but when it comes to practice, when it comes to practical advices of which I can take, the idea of which I got inspired from is one line from the richest man in Babylon. When he was young, he's the richest man, right? In the richest city. When he was young, alright, I'll try to. Yeah. Well. Alright, so let's continue. When he was young, there was a teacher of him that he was giving him advices on a yearly basis. He told him to save money, then invest it. One year he came back to him and he said, well, in what have you invested? He said, I gave a brickmaker that he was going to this another place, right? A sea place, of which there's jewelries. He will buy those jewelries, he will come back 1 month later, and then we will sell it with a fortune and we will split the profit. The teacher then laughed. He was laughing. He said, you cannot trust a brickmaker with jewelry. If you want to know about the stars, you will go to an astrologist. You will not go to a brickmaker. Therefore, if you want to buy jewelry, you go to the jeweler. That's what you do. And if you want to have advice about bricks, you will obviously then go to the brickmaker. So that advice absolutely changed his life. And then after 1 year, he obviously was having a fortune from that advice. And this is what all I think of is, do I really care about the teacher's experience or knowledge or the lessons that he has learned through his life because of his actions and decisions and mindsets and circumstances of which in most cases does not resonate with my life one way or another. I honestly think that in most times it's actually quite rare in my entire life education of about 15 years now that I stumbled across a teacher of which I can use his experiences in one way or another. Of course, there is thoughts. Thoughts are always useful. Yet, it's not the most useful of my time. And that's one of the arguments that I have for school. So, as to end this, I'll end from one quote from one of the greatest books of all time, which is Think and Grow Rich. And he says, your knowledge alone will not build you the fortune you want. If you want to build it, you have to collaborate and use the unlimited, infinite intelligence that only can be accessed by a mastermind alliance.